YouTube, hello, Retro Reclaimer here, doing a pickups video. I'm sucking on a whole week, so I'm at the back end of a pretty bad cough, so forgive me if you will. Pickups, right, so I've this is probably over the last few months. I've not been active really. I've gone out a few times at charity shops, car boots, but not found a great deal. Majority of these pickups have come from CEX. What I'll do, I think I've got two charity shop purchases here, so I'll show them first. The first one, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace on the PlayStation 1. Complete in box. So this, a friend from work goes to charity shops regularly and always gives me a bell if he comes across something. So he said he found this, which I think he paid a tenner for. So I just paid him a tenner back. No, £4. He paid £4 for it. He said, "What's that worth?" I said, anywhere around a tenner. They sort of go for. So he brought it into work for me, and I give him a tenner for it. So he made a little bit of profit, and it's a game I was happy. It needs a clean. I've still yet to clean it, but it's something I wanted. So happy to get that. And then in charity shops, so this is pretty good. In a town called Accrington, I found this, which is a Nintendo Labo kit, brand new, nothing's been touched inside. It was only £15. I had a look online, and they seem to be going for about, this has obviously come from Argos, it seems to be going for around 40 to 50. So I sort of toyed with the idea of, do I just sell it on for a bit of a profit? I'm not 100% sure. It ain't in pristine condition. It's more than good enough, but there's some creases and damage to the box. There's a tear here, but the main thing is that it's unused. It was always something I thought, I fancy giving that a go, just messing about, having a look at it. I'm sure if I ever get round to it, I'll enjoy piecing the bits of cardboard together, mess about with a switch for, I don't know, an hour, and then I'll probably never touch it again. But yeah, I don't know, I'll probably just keep hold of it for now. Yeah, maybe in the future at some point I might look at selling it on, but obviously if I open it and use it, it'll lose all its value anyway, so I'm not sure. But for 15 quid, I certainly weren't leaving it. So yeah, I'll have to keep hold of it until I come to some sort of decision. These next games, I think maybe apart from, I tell you what, if I put these two together, next games are all Xbox 360. With the servers going off, the marketplace going offline, I've decided that I want to grab hold of games that have extra content on them, because it's going to be the only place where I can grab them. And I thought as well do it now rather than later, because they're going to creep up in value. Also, there's just a few games. I've decided there's quite a lot of games I want that are relatively cheap, so I'm gonna actively seek them and grab them. First two are two Kinect games. Biggest Loser. I don't really have space anywhere to utilise the Kinect properly, but I think if I come across Kinect games that are cheap, I'm just gonna grab them, because I don't know. At one point, I considered going for the full set of Kinect. I probably won't ever do that, but when I see him, I'm just going to pick them up. Harry Potter Kinect. I'm sure this one's a bit of fun. But again, £4, you know, dead cheap. Both of these are complete. So, they're the only two. I must have about 15, 20. I don't know how many there is. I want to say around 70, 80 or something, but I'll just keep picking the ones up that I'm interested in. Right, so Dead Island double pack. I've already got both of the Dead Island games, but this one includes Dead Island Game of the Year. As far as I can tell, there's no Game of the Year edition for Dead Island Riptide. But for Dead Island 1, this double pack, there's no manual in here, which is a shame. I don't think I've checked any of these yet. This double pack has Dead Island Game of the Year edition, as well as Dead Island Riptide complete edition. But I think the first one is the one with DLC, like extra content. So again, and for £3, again, just grabbing it mainly for that content, to have that physical content. So put that in there. GTA episodes of Liberty City. So this is The Lost and the Damned and the Ballad of Gay Tony. I've actually never played these, neither of them. And this works as a standalone disc, so you don't... I think you class it as DLC, but it's its own separate game. You don't need GTA 4 to play it. But again, dead cheap, and I thought I'm going to grab it. Next one is Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Again, I've got this, but this is the Ultimate Sith version, which has the extra DLC in there. I think there's Darth Vader and Ben Kenobi battle. Hoth, there's a Hoth level. I have played the DLC on PC, but not on the 360. And again, with it being the Ultimate Edition, with it having that, I thought, yeah, I want it on the 360. And again, a bit more expensive, 15 quid that one. I'd imagine it'll shoot up within the next few years. And then I've been sort of filling out on some other games as well that I've not, looking at gaps in my collection other stuff I need. So, Assassin's Creed Revelations. I don't know what order these come in now. But this is a special edition, which has got a few extras, but not so much DLC, if you will. And then Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Again, I've only played the first Assassin's Creed, a tiny bit of Assassin's Creed 3, and then Valhalla, so I've got a lot of catching up to do. I'm sure I'll never play them all. Again, this is a special edition that's got a few extras. Whether they're included or not, I'm not sure. It's likely that it's a DLC code. I'm not 100% sure. LA Noire. Again, another game I've got. A game that I've wanted to play for years, but just not actually got round to it. This is a complete edition, which again has some form of DLC. Let me just have a look. 5 additional cases. A new suit, a piano, which is a machine gun. But again, and sort of with it being a sort of special cardboard, I don't know, it's just something I'm going for, something that stands out. Men of Valor, just a game I enjoyed back in the day. I remember playing this with, obviously this is original Xbox now. I remember playing it with a friend. I'm sure we played it co-op. And I remember really enjoying it. I think the first level you start off on a military camp or encampment, which sort of in the field, and there's a bit where there's a group playing with a rugby ball, or I suppose they'd call it a football because it's American. You pick it up and you can launch it some incredible distance. But yeah, from what I remember, it was a good game. Burnout Revenge, again another original Xbox game. I think I've got a few Burnout games, but there was one I really enjoyed. I can't remember which one it was. I want to say Takedown, but it could be this. But I saw it quite cheap, and I thought, you know what, I'll get that. And then, not finally, but we've got Call of Duty World at War. This is a game I played a lot of back in the day, and again, it's just to fill in a gap in the collection. I've got most of the Call of Duties on the 360, but this is one that just eluded me, so I'll grab that. last one is CEX Roulette. It was expensive, this game. It was about, yeah, it was 40 quid. And again, it's a game of the year sort of game. And I got it mainly for the DLC. I probably bought it at the worst time ever, because there's a lot of interest in the series right now due to a live action show that came out. So I've probably already explained to you what it is. And it's Fallout. And this is Fallout New Vegas, the Ultimate Edition. So I've got Fallout New Vegas already. There is a bit of sort of sun damage to the top of this. So it's it's definitely been in a window. But it does have its, well, if you can call it a manual, it does have it. And yeah, it's the right disc. 2 discs. Not in the best condition though. I'm sure if I took this to CEX training, they wouldn't take it. Let me see if I can show you. It's so hard to see because of reflections and stuff, but let me try and get it up. Yeah, I don't think you can see, but there's some sizable scratches on it. Obviously, the dust is not a problem, but there's some sizable scratches on it, and I'm sure it'd work fine, but I'm sure CEX would not take it. Same with this one. Yeah, there's plenty of scratches. I might take it down and get them to put it through the resurfacer. It'd be I think for 40 quid, to have paid 40 quid, you don't, especially just for a 360 title, you want it in good condition. You know, you want it in the right condition. Bit of shame about the sun bleach. I don't know, I'll have a think about this. I'll certainly take it in and get them to clean the discs, but I might even just take it back. The reason obviously I've got it is for all the DLC that comes with it. But yeah, for me personally, I don't spend a great deal on games, but if I'm going to spend 40 quid on a 360 title or any game, I want it in good enough condition. So I don't know, maybe the quality of the discs and the bleaching to the top, it might be one just to take back. If not, then just get them to resurface the disc and it'll probably be fine. How bad is the bleaching? Let's compare it with. Yeah, I'll see. We'll see what I do with that. But that's the end. Yeah, I suppose if I'm not happy, I shouldn't accept it, should I? I should take it back and try again. But yeah, we'll see. I'll make my mind up anyway, off camera. But yeah, they're the pickups. So not many, but just I've created a list of different 360 titles I want. I think in terms of like the near future, when it comes to retro gaming as such, I'll be focusing a lot more on the 360. There's so many titles that I want to replay or play again, and I think out of all the consoles, it's probably one of the most replayable consoles. It sticks to that formula that we all like, that is physical. You know, you don't need internet connection. You just put your game in, and it's away you go. And I think the timing of those games there's so many great games, because it was almost like a peak of quality from developers, rather than what you get now, where it almost seems that the technology they're working with now is too advanced for them to keep up with. They've always got deadlines, so games are usually more broken. But yeah, I don't know. I think improving my 360 collection's probably a good thing to do right now. Right, so cheers for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Who knows, I might take that back and grab a lot more games we'll see what happens. Retro Reclaimer, bye bye.